Hey everyone, Adil here, and welcome to the January edition of the Surroundup. A new year always brings about a feeling of change, a fresh start, a clean slate, a new beginning full of resolutions. It's a time to leave the bad habits in the past, reset our minds, and look for ways to improve. In today's world of information overload, unlimited content, social media, there's so much focus on what's changing and how we can harness or embrace that change. It's no different when it comes to the investment world. There is so much time and effort put towards trying to predict the changes that will occur in 2024. The outlook for stocks, the path of interest rates, the trajectory of inflation. You constantly hear that we live in an unpredictable, uncertain, fast-paced environment, and therefore in order to survive, we must be able to adapt or change. Well, rather than focus on what may or may not happen, let's change it up and focus on 5 things that will stay the same in 2024. 1. No one knows what's going to happen. If 2023 didn't teach you this, then I'm not sure another year will. Everyone got it wrong. First time in this century, Wall Street analysts came into 2023 with a consensus that US stocks were going to fall this year. Back in December 2022, the Financial Times published a survey that showed 85% of economists were projecting a recession in 2023. And a couple months prior, Bloomberg published a similar article forecasting a 100% probability that a recession will start within a year. Here we are, a year later, no recession, and US stocks up double digits. Check out the one-year annual returns of the US market going back to 1926. Do you see any correlation? Nor do I. Over a one-year period, it's random, and even if you did know what was going to happen in the world, no one knows how the market will react. If I told you in 2023 there were going to be 5 bank failures and a second war would start, would you have predicted that markets would be up double digits? As Ray Dalio once said, he who lives by the crystal ball will eat shattered glass. 2. Geopolitical risks aren't going away. I want nothing more than the wars to come to an end. But if I'm being real, that's not likely to happen in the near future. But here's the thing, there will always be something. There will always be a reason not to invest. There is no all clear sign when it comes to investing. There are always risks. To quote Michael Batnick, the world is a scary place and always will be. If the market is up, the risk is that you're investing at the peak. It's overvalued, it's a bubble, and things will collapse. When the market is down, everyone thinks it will only go lower. As Peter Lynch once said, everyone has the brain power to make money in stocks. Not everyone has the stomach. 3. We will experience a market correction. Now, depending on your definition of a correction, this isn't technically a guarantee, but you should be expecting some sort of market correction every year. In the JP Morgan Guide to Markets quarterly report, it shows that the average drop in a calendar year is 14%, yet the market is up 75% of the time by year end. I'll say that again, the market drops on average 14% during the year, so that should be your base case. Take a look at this next chart from Carson Group's Ryan Dietrich. On average, the US market sees at least 7 separate drops of at least 3%, 3 separate pullbacks of at least 5%, and 1 correction of at least 10%. To quote Ryan, volatility is the toll we pay to invest. 4. The AI revolution is here to stay. I think it's safe to say that AI isn't going away. I'm sure you've heard people say AI is the biggest opportunity since the internet and will continue to transform our lives. I can't validate these claims, but given the amount of time, money, and energy being redirected to developing AI technology, I think it's safe to say that it will continue to dominate headlines. As one portfolio manager put it, generative AI or large language models such as ChatGPT have changed everything. In the same way the iPhone made the mobile internet work for everyone, generative AI will make AI work for everyone. And 5, something surprising will happen. Morgan Housel in his new book, Same as Ever, quotes financial advisor Carl Richards, who said, "Risk is what is left over after you think you've thought of everything." That's the real definition of risk, what's left over after you've prepared for the risks you can imagine. Risk is what you don't see. Think of the last few surprises, the pandemic, Russia invading Ukraine. No one saw these coming. I have no idea what we have in store for 2024, but I can bet we'll be surprised. That's it for this edition of the Surroundup. Wishing you health, wealth, and happiness in 2024. And remember, there's more than one way to wealth.